Subscribe for the very latest.
Bye, Daddy.
Chord Room, more than a podcast.
What we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about now. Oh, listen. All right, let's get this out the way.
Shit.
Out the way. Glenn, Big Baby Davis.
This mofo here. This goddamn.
He's the reason why this episode is called "No Burgers in Jail." So I know when they came across to y'all, y'all were like, "Yo, why? Where this name "No Burgers in Jail" came from?"
Yeah, I know. Was definitely harassing it.
According to, hold on, let me do this real quick. Let me pull this up real quick. So listen, Glenn Davis. Here we go. According to Yahoo, former NBA player Glenn Davis says prison sentence will stop him from eating burgers. Now you're wondering, hey man, how is Glenn Davis going to jail? Why is Glenn Davis, NBA player, going to jail? Well, I'm glad you asked. On Thursday, he was sentenced to 40 months. 40 months. 3 years of supervised release and ordered to pay $80,000 in restitution, plus a financial management class and drug testing mandatory for his role in insurance scam. Basically, he was getting like, he milked. It says, according to this article, it says he milked from the league.
From the league? Wow.
Yeah, from the league's health welfare benefit plan, $5 million.
He thought it was above the law.
So let me repeat that again. He had a role in an insurance scam that milked $5 million from the league's health and welfare benefit plan.
I mean, but my question is, like, you an NBA player, former whatever, you was in the NBA. You ain't get enough money? You don't have enough money?
No, it's not about having enough money. It's really about what you think is enough money. You understand what I'm saying?
You're gonna tarnish all that to do like a $5 million insurance?
He ain't got $5 million. He probably got a lot of kids. I don't know. I don't know. Allegedly.
You should watch this documentary called it's a 40 for 40 called Broke on NBC.
Go. Yep.
You should watch
it's
that.
It's called Broke.
Yeah, it's called Broke.
Came out like 10 years ago.
But
was it on?
ESPN.
ESPN.
Actually, it's on Netflix now.
Oh, okay.
Broke?
My bad.
Nice.
Yes,
but come on, son. Come on. Now, listen, man. Come on, man.
You said we ain't saying that. None of that.
We go, dude.
Nah, man. Listen, dog. Yo, why, Big Baby? Why, dog?
Because he thought he was above the law.
It sounds like Ozark type. This some white collar type of stuff. This is some Ozark. Marty Glenn Davis out here.
Yo, hold up. He was accused of submitting fake claims for dental work that was never done and lying about his whereabouts during the false procedure.
Oh,
the big question is why.
It's some white collar stuff. He was on Power in prison.
Hey. Art imitating life, right? Art imitating life. Big Baby.
You know what? I listen, man. Big Baby. From all the interviews I've seen of Glenn Davis, I am not shocked at all.
Yeah, he's crazy. Something ain't right.
Couple screws ain't quite tight. You know what I'm saying? Just barely holding on for dear life. I knew that he was going to do something stupid once he retired. When he said that he said that when he got his first $1 million, he had he had a girl with him, and I'm being very that might be a stretch. Not his girl, but kind of
allegedly
a streetwalker. I'm gonna put it in those terms. He had a streetwalker in the hotel, and he pretty much got $1 million in cash and just threw it on the bed with her. So I knew then that this mofo ain't.
Yo, come on.
Wrap too tight. He ain't wrap too tight, really.
Big baby.
But yo, yeah,
he's not there in the head mentally.
Nah, he's one of those types where, and it's kind of a weird thing with him because at certain times when he talks, he sounds very profound, and then other times he's articulating some nonsense. So you get like this very weird duality with him where he just don't have great decision making. Even though he has the capacity to do that, he don't.
You think he's bipolar? You think he's bipolar in some sense?
Nah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it is.
It possibly. I don't really be trying to speak on people's mental health unless they actually make that proclamation themselves. But it's been very. This is just one of many decisions. I'm just like, yeah, this dude is.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
But first and foremost, you think you're gonna do insurance fraud? They ain't gonna catch you. Ain't nobody go just slide on it. Insurance fraud,
like,
please.
Why?
That's not even. It don't even sound like his kind of crime. That's what surprised me. Like it was like you are out of your league. Like
literally.
You're trying stuff that. This is not something that an NBA player should be doing. If an NBA player does illegal stuff, like you're putting your name on documents, it's a paper trail, sir. They're gonna find you,
right?
They're gonna find you, and the ridiculous stuff that you spend your money on, strippers, like my gig,
right?
It ain't gonna be hard.
Wait. Allegedly or facts? Allegedly,
it's his word, right? It's his word. So I'm saying, come on, bro. You on 50 Cent power, bro.
50 trying to give him some work.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I first saw this man, I'm like, that's Big Baby Day playing the big pen, and I'm like, bro, this man getting paid.
Right. Nah. Listen, I don't know, man. Listen. This right here, we need to bring him to court. This is atrocious. This is crazy, dog. First of all, hold on. Let's start from here. Everybody in the league, everybody in the NBA knows how the NBA is. There's the FBI and there's the NBA.
Wow.
Oh.
NFL somewhere in between.
Right. But the NBA they have all types of investigators out there. They listen. Ask Carmelo.
That's their money. Those are investments. They ain't playing with that.
But what I'm saying is that the commissioners tell him, like, hey, listen, why are you always staying out all night in these clubs? They know what he's doing. They knew exactly what Carmelo was doing. He was like, yo, like, y'all really keeping tabs on the kid. So you think that you about to commit fraud on the NBA and they not going to catch you? Come on, man. Stop. I don't believe that you're this naive. I ain't gonna call you the other word, but I don't think you're this naive. I think this sounds desperate. It sounds very desperate.
It do sound desperate, and that's why I was like,
if that's the case, that's really sad. I mean, so what's if it is a desperate attempt, to try to get some kind of cash or money, then the question comes back around to where, like, what's going on really in these sports leagues? I know they're getting money, but are they getting the proper guidance where they won't make stupid decisions like this?
Trim. Let's stop that. Let's stop that. You don't need. Listen, the NBA should not be responsible for you and guiding you on how to take care of your money, right?
Facts. Wait. Facts. You got a point. But just like what Chuck and Walt was saying with this documentary with Broke, it's a trend. So all I'm saying is this: would it be wise to where even if new people are coming in or people that's already in these leagues that they're automatically offered free financial advice to be able to manage?
I'm sure they do.
To both of y'all's point, when you're in the league now, because of that documentary called Broke, they do have a program where you have to sit through and they go through like how to handle your money and how to make sure that you don't basically go broke. Like they have a whole program set up for you. This is what you do. This is what you do not do. This is how you don't do this. This is how you do this. Don't spend your money on dumb things is literally the thing. And to Tino's credit, like it's real different when you give a kid that's like 18 years old $1 million, bro, who's never seen that
who've never had that kind of money before.
Exactly. So it's different, like for that kind of scenario. So it's advised, but you have vets in the NBA. So you got guys who you got your OGs who's supposed to vet you into being like, hey, young blood, like chill on this, don't do this, don't do that. But the NBA has made it a point to make sure that these young players coming in don't squander their money. So we can't put it on the NBA. And as far as Big Baby Davis, this happened post-retirement.
Right.
This is a grown man.
That's why they call him Big Baby.
And he sounds entitled it's like you did this as if you cannot make money.
Right. You know what I mean? Podcasts and people out here hustling, getting money off their names.
Off their name. If Big Baby Davis was on a podcast, cats would tune in. Like people would want to hear what he would have to say because he's in the locker rooms. He won a championship. Like, come on.
Right.
I'm not giving him a pass.
I'm not. It's crazy. You can't. Dog, how many people before you got to lose money before you go get some help with trying to get your money together? How many times? And I knew when Trim asked that about the NBA, I knew that the NBA had these classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But these are courtesy classes, right? These are things that they're saying, you know what? Hey, all right now. We gave you a class. We showed you how to get the money together. We showed you how to do this, that, and the third. Don't go out this, because it's really, it is kind of like when you give a young man all his millions of dollars, it is kind of handing him a loaded gun, right? Mm-hmm. And not teaching him how to shoot the gun, right? So, but at the same time, once again, how many people got to go broke before you learn to take care of your money, or to at least try to get somebody? Or shoot, nowadays, he's an old school player, but nowadays they ain't even got nobody no more. They just say, yo, we just gonna do it ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna cut the middleman out and show and really, manage my money on my own, because these people over here that's teaching me how to get to save my money, they cost too.
Mm-hmm. But see, and that's messed up. It shouldn't be. I know it's a business. I always know it's a business, but that's some of the things that should be just. They should just like, no, it's given to you. It's mandatory. But I get it. You got to make some money some kind of way. It's some kind of ins and out. And then there's some. And then people need to take responsibility themselves. So I get it.
Hey Chuck, you ever hear the guy? I forget the basketball player name, but the dude that he was in that era of NBA when he wasn't making no money, right? Mm-hmm. But what he did, he went and bought a Wendy's.
I think I
got his name.
Charles Barkley just talked about him on Shannon's podcast, where he was like, I think he was in the same era with Dr. J, where he was like technically a nobody and to like the general population, but he was a decent player, but I mean, he has so many franchises, and he just freaking. He got.
It's not Chris Loins, is it?
It might be. It's kind of the same way with a man Mashburn. Mashburn got some of the goddamn dealerships,
right.
Franchises. That joker own Kentucky at this point. But Jamal, when you see him in the street, most people don't know who he is. Even though
Junior Bridgman. Does that sound right?
What is it?
Junior Bridgman.
That sounds right.
That's him.
Yeah. That
him.
sounds right.
Junior Bridgman. That's him. That's him.
Yeah, that sounds right. And dude,
Junior Bridgman. My bad.
And what happened was that one day he was working at one of his Wendy's, and somebody recognized him, and it was like, it's a shame that he got to work at Wendy's, and he was an NBA player, not knowing he owned the Wendy's. Now he's the second. I think he's the second. He owned the most. He owns the most Wendy's. He's the second in that list of owning Wendy's. And I think he owns something else too. He owns
He owns a lot, man. Because and also I want to say, shout out to Earn Your Leisure, because actually they're the ones who I heard when they broke his story down for that. But that's where I heard his name and his story from.
The point of me mentioning that story is that there's no excuse.
True,
right? Like, there's no excuse. And plus the NBA pays you. Like, you get a retirement check. Am I correct? Am I bugging?
Oh, they get retirement checks too?
Don't they get
it's a pension.
Right, it's a pension.
What?
How many years do you have to be in it to get the pension?
So they get it. There's so many variables that go into like how much you get when you're done. But Glenn Davis won a championship. Glenn Davis played, I want to say, at least 8 to 9 years. Glenn Davis had everything going for him to be well off after he retired. Glenn Davis had zero reasons to have zero money outside of his own irresponsibility. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't give him an excuse. If I'm not giving no one else an excuse, no way. Like,
nah, we're not doing that. Glenn Davis, do your time, man.
I'm shocked that they gave that man. I'm shocked that they give him pensions in the NBA after a certain amount of times. I didn't think they was giving.
But it's not like baller pensions. You have to be like, and it's like, and he's not eligible to get it because of age. He's not going to get it to like 50.
Oh, you know what? But he's young. I forgot. Big. I forget. He's younger than me.
Me and Big Baby are probably the same age. So I remember I was in college when he was at LSU. So he's probably like 38, 40 in that range.
You hit it on the nail. He's 38 years old.
But listen. You first of all, I'm sure he got a few $1 million. He got paid a few $1 million throughout his whole career. All, like I said,
about 35.
So you got look at Glenn. What's his name? Not Glenn. Gilbert Arenas. Like, these guys are making big money with these podcasts, man. So, but anyway, listen, do your time, Big Baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't no burgers in jail. Get your push-ups in. You know what I mean? I thought they had burgers in jail. I don't know, man, but that's
he might got a connect in the jail, so he might still be
stuff.
3.
Right.
We might be still 350 when he come out instead of 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And one more thing to circle back on Junior Bridgman. My bad. He is the CEO of Heartland Coca-Cola and 2024 Power 50 honoree as well. So Junior Bridgman he's still doing his thing.
Man getting cake.
Smooth.
At 70, he's still doing his thing.
And I'm gonna just say, Glenn Davis, his last 4 years, his Boston contract was $25 million. So that was from 2008 to 2011. That's 4 years. He $25 million.
Shouldn't be able to blow that kind of money like that.
You blew $25 million, my brother.
And that's just Boston.
Wow.
More like 12.5, because IRS and state gonna get that.
That's valid.
That's gone.
Yeah. That's valid.
Still, you
listen. Okay, listen. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I sometimes I think we make the projection because life be lifing, but I'm saying like because you can only see money through the POV of where you are currently, not where you technically want to be. So you are thinking, hey, I'm in this income bracket. If I went to this income bracket, I would do X, Y, and Z. Until you technically get there, they say, well, you go to a different level, you got a different level. Come on, that's exactly what happens. And now you talk about, and now you add another layer of age, people moving fast, people you ain't never seen before. You getting hit all different angles from different places. Talking about you should do this, that, and the third. It is a perfect storm to blow money quickly because
I hear you. I understand what you're saying.
But
here's the thing, though. Come on, man. Here's the thing, though, family.
Okay,
you know retirement's coming.
No.
No. Man.
How good?
No, listen, Tino. When you're 24, at that age or at that age and income bracket, retirement is the last thing you're thinking about.
No. That's not even a vocabulary at that time.
No. But hold up. So what? So you're not at that age. So you're saying basically no one told him to put money away, or you don't think that he thought about
it like that. It went right through.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I hear what you're saying, but that to me, that's just it sounds like he's irresponsible. He's just irresponsible. Dog.
That's true. You can have two things be true at once. You can say somebody tell you that retirement is imperative. You should save your chicken, like in the words of Marshawn Lynch, X, Y, and Z. But if you ask the average 20 to 25-year-old, hey, this is where you should be at when you get to 65, it's like, okay, that sounds nice, but I'm worried about now.
Yeah, you worried about the strippers.
But I'm saying though, Chuck, NBA players. I just want to say this real quick.
Yeah. I know allegedly.
NBA players are like, what is that? What? Don't you got more of an odds of getting hit by like an asteroid or something crazy like that than getting into the NBA? And I'm saying
those 1% right there.
The 1%,
less than 1,
less than 1%. And I know they tell you that when you get into the NBA.
Even the water boy lucky.
I know they tell you that when you get to the league.
Right.
My dude got signed $25 million. He averaged more points after that. I'm not saying that his head wasn't crazy high, but I'm saying you gotta know. You gotta know that this gonna end soon. Like this is not gonna be.
Did he get injuries? Wasn't he hurt?
I mean, he got hurt, but at the end of the day, he just wasn't that guy. Like simple and plain. Like after his contract with that went out, he played with Orlando, and he was decent in Orlando, but he probably had some other issues that were external from his ability to play that factored in as far as his locker room stuff. Because I heard about stuff about him in the locker room, having issues with the locker room. So I'm saying you should not be breaking the law. That's all I'm saying. You should not be breaking the law. Not like that.
I'm speaking. Not like that. What I'm saying, and just to speak to what you're saying, like, and I may have mentioned this in a previous episode, but you think about it, professional athletes have to do their money in reverse than an average person. So, because their prime income years is between technically 20 to 30, depending on the sport. Most people's prime income, like when they hit their prime for as max income, is probably 40 to 50. You know, so in that 10-year stretch, and it's shorter in NFL than basketball and baseball, they have to try to make the most amount of money to get them from the rest of their life, technically, right? versus everybody else. They be, trying to figure it out. By the time they hit late 30s, early 40s, they start hitting their income stride at that point. And then by that point, you have what we call experience kicks in. You done messed around. You know what you shouldn't do, what you should do, X, Y, and Z. They have to try to learn that immediately versus us doing it in a 10, 20-year gap. So that's the part that's challenging for them. They gotta do everything is sped up for them in like super speed compared to us. Like we spend 40 plus years trying to get to our max income potential in a typical career path. They are doing it at 20 to 25.
I think that's valid. But do you think Gilbert Arenas makes more money now or than he makes more money now than he has in his career? Maybe outside of that,
I don't. I think at one point, I think he's in the ballpark. I don't think he's making 40 a year.
That's valid.
So it depends on where you were when you left, or where you were when you left the game, or take in your prime. At that, like back then, that's the thing about now. Like it's hard to go broke now because the floor is high. Like the average guy is gonna clear 30. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like the top end that when Kolb and Gilbert was playing was 30. Now that top end is 60, 70. So you just got more to play with.
I'm just saying, y'all, man.
I get it.
I hear you. I hear you.
It's again, all these things are true. It's not like a yes/no equation. It's a gumbo pot of like, bro, you made this money, you effed it all, but also you got these other environmental issues that's running concurrently. So it is what it is.
Hey,
it's definitely algebra.
Big baby,
get your life together. Get your life together.
Find a prayer group while you're in there, man. Don't. Hey, stay away from the burgers. Hey, man. Hey, a great poet once said, "Man, give your brain a bath. Give your brain a bath, son." Oh yeah, that's Yola. That's Yola.
Oh,
that's Yola. Yeah. My boy Yola. Yeah. Hey, your brain. Hey, give your brain a bath, my brother. Give your brain a bath.
You talking about YG? Oh yeah.
My boy Yola. Hey. Let me tell you that. We gotta talk about that song one day, cause that song right there. Hey, classic. That song. He was preaching in that song. That boy, they tried to peep my tag. He was killing that joint, man. Shout out to Yola, man. Yeah, that was that era.
Deeper than rap, graffiti, break dancing, DJ and B-boy stance, MCing. I harness those artifacts, collecting data of the transitions like an almanac. Hip-hop ain't dead, these young boys different, adapting. Over time, every day the world's spinning. Let's celebrate the fact we still winning, we global. Kids from the project became moguls. Real to real track boards to Pro Tools, vinyls, cassettes, and the tape decks, CDs. Now you can stream your music to the consumer direct and get most of the check. I'm noble, and with that I gotta respect it. You ain't gotta accept it. You can ride and get left, yo. Bars beyond ground level.